Hey guys, what's up? It's the Anime Observer, and this time I'm going to do a review on The Secret World of Arrietty. Now, this movie came out in 2010, and it was produced, put out, whatever you want to say, by Disney, but it was not made by Disney. It was made by a Japanese company whose name I'm not really sure of, but basically it's anime that Disney produced in the US. And that was a little strange to me even when it came out, because, Disney doesn't usually do anime, at least not here. I don't really know what they do in other countries, but they're not known for it. So I was a little skeptical, thought it was probably going to be something more along the lines of a normal Disney movie, and I guess it kind of is, but when I think Disney movies, most of what I see is like mostly they're aimed at little kids, or they're like a love story or something. This is not a love story, and I don't think it's particularly aimed at little kids. Even though it's rated G, there's like literally nothing, no mature content whatsoever in this movie. It's a really innocent movie, but it's also a really good movie, and it's extremely well made. The art is pretty great. The backgrounds are very detailed, a lot more so than most anime are. The sounds, that's one thing that struck me right off the bat, is the recorded sounds that they use. It's really high quality. Some of the sounds are pretty unusual, but they're all realistic, and they're really well placed. And I don't really know what else to say. It's the sound and the visuals are definitely top notch, and that's one thing that intrigued me from the very start. Now, as far as the story, it's a really slow-paced movie. It takes quite a while to really get into anything, and even after it was over, I kind of felt like something was missing from the story, but it's probably just because it's so slow, because there is no action in this movie whatsoever other than like a couple of little scenes, but you wouldn't really call it action, I don't think. It's nothing extravagant. And even like when the story's at its climax, it's not really action, it's still moving at a fairly slow pace. So that's one thing about it that I don't really know if I liked, but I didn't mind the story, because the main character obviously is Arrietty, and she is what is referred to as a borrower, or a little person, and basically she's like a couple of inches tall, and they go into the human's house and basically take things that won't be missed, like a cube of sugar or something like that, a piece of tissue paper, and they're not supposed to be seen by the humans, even though they live in a place like under their house. Basically, they have to stay hidden and borrow their things with they're taking them. But so that was kind of an interesting concept, but it's not quite original. And what happens is, in the very beginning of the movie, the kid sees the girl, Arrietty, and she's supposed to be like 14 years old. And so she's the kid in her family. It's just her and her parents. And so it's not really a spoiler if you know anything about this movie, that the kid finds out about her and the little people and all that. And they're terrified of the humans and all that, but he's a really nice kid, and he helps Arrietty out throughout the movie. And so it's not a bad movie. It's really innocent. It has no like action, no kind of anything really. It's just a pretty slow, pretty relaxing movie, and I enjoyed it, actually, which kind of surprised me, because when it was moving so slowly, I kind of thought that I was going to just stop watching it, but I didn't. I continued. It's about an hour and a half long, and it turned out to be a pretty good movie, so I'd probably give it about a 7 or 8 out of 10, and that's my review for this. So, see you next time. I probably already know what I'm going to do for my next review, but feel free to comment, subscribe, send me a message, whatever, leave a recommendation, and see you in the next video.